Back in 2022, I started experimenting with roasting my own coffee using a Whirley Pop. Well, as the winters got colder, I just quit roasting outside because it made a mess inside the house. And even inside my garage where I had a fan and I vented everything that would set off the smoke detectors and whatnot. Well, my husband loved the coffee so much, and it really does taste good, that for Christmas, I think in 2020, maybe it was 2022, he bought me a roaster. And I got this from Coffee Bean Corral, which is where I get all my beans. And it really makes life so much easier. And what he did is he hooked up it's a smaller, I think it's a 3-inch dryer vent, and he's got it going right outside. So there's still some smoke that comes out, but not nearly the amount. It wouldn't set off any fire or smoke alarms, smoke detectors. But anyway, so I get coffee from all over the world, and it's from, like I said, Coffee Bean Corral. I'm going to be roasting an organic coffee bean from the Dominican Republic. But I mean, you can get coffee from everywhere. You know, here's one from Honduras, and there's one from India. You can get 10-pound bags. You can get 50-pound bags. I find that I enjoy roasting, and I'm known as the coffee fairy in my neighborhood. But that one's from Bolivia. Here's one from Bali. I mean, you get coffee from places that you wouldn't, never even heard of. Like, for instance, Timor. Have you ever heard of Timor? Yeah, neither have I. Anyway, it's in Indonesia, but anyway, I am going to right now roast some coffee. It takes about, 15, 16 minutes to roast, and then another 20 minutes to cool off. So roughly it's a little over 30 minutes to roast and cool off 8 ounces of coffee. And that is one of the things that's not great about it, because in the Whirley Pop you could roast a pound at a time. In this, you can only roast a half pound, but that's still okay because these bags right here hold about a half pound. This bag right here is nice because, I give it away to friends and they just open it. It's a one-use deal. This bag right here has got a window in it so you can see the coffee. I reuse these. You have to heat seal these in order to get them to stay in there. It's just got a Ziploc. This has a Ziploc after you heat sealed it. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to roast this coffee, and it's pretty simple to do. I just turn on my timer. I'm going to set it because it's the first one I'm doing, and it's always a little bit cooler. So I'm going to do it for 17 minutes, and here we go. This is the way it works. It just does its own thing. One of the disadvantages of having a machine to do this is that you cannot hear the cracks. There are 2 cracks when you roast coffee. The first one sounds like matchsticks breaking, and the second one sounds like Rice Krispies when you put them in milk. Now I'm hearing the second crack, but you really gotta listen to it. So right now I'm at the point where I'm gonna let this start cooling down, and it'll be about between a French roast and a Vienna, which is a little bit lighter roast than the dark French. There are many different roasts, and that's the one thing about roasting your own. You can experiment to see what you like best. I find that the darker roasts aren't as acidic, and but it's nice to be able to try them all. Some people like the medium roast, and then what I do is I give them some of the French roast. Fresh roast is just so much better. I can't begin to tell you how much flavor there is in it and how good it is. But once they've tried the darker roast and they see the difference, because I just give them a variety of different kinds of beans, different roasts. There's American roast, there's city roast, there's full city roast, there's Vienna, there's just all different kinds of roast. And the lighter the roast, actually, the more caffeine it has in it. And again, the more acid, but you can also taste more of the coffee. But anyway, this is looking to be a French roast. If you can see the real shiny, it's glossy in there. You can see the oil coming off for beans. And you should never ever freeze or refrigerate your coffee. Just put it in a dark place to store it. It's just a cool and dark place. Because when you put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, it messes with the oil that you can see emerging on those beans. So anyway, the smoke has you can kind of see it seeping through this coupler right here, but it's not nearly as bad. Most of it, there wasn't a lot of smoke, and that depends on the kind of wash that they use when they process the beans. But anyway, so sometimes it's not washed at all, and there will be a lot of chaff, and that's what causes all the smoke. And then what happens is the chaff gets filtered into this little box right here, and then after about 5 batches, I have to empty that out. But anyway, that's where we are right now with this particular roast. We're waiting for it to cool down. It'll cool down. It's 357 now, and it'll cool down to 140, and then I'll be able to bag it. All right, I have finished roasting 8 ounces of Vietnam Robusta. Robusta makes up about maybe 1% of the coffees that are out there. Most of them are Arabica. There is a little bit of a taste difference, but it's still good. I just wanted to try it. I'd never tried a Robusta before, and it's good. It does have a little bit different flavor, but it's excellent stuff, and I don't know why there isn't more of it. Anyway, I've never had coffee from Vietnam before, and I thought, that's interesting. But anyway, it's a French roast, and I've just bagged it. I use my little canning tool here to scoop all the stuff in I put it in this basket here and then scoop it in. I'm going to tamp it down a little bit here. And you put it in these degassing bags because it allows the carbon dioxide. Here's the degasser little thing right there. Yeah, you can see it. So anyway, I put it in here, and then I seal it by using my handy dandy flat iron. And I can't do it while I'm holding the camera, but there are 2 other bags. I'm going to put the link to get these bags in the description box. They both hold roughly 8 ounces, and but again, this one zips open this way, and this one you can just pull it apart at the top. This one does not need to be sealed if you don't want to. But yeah, that's it. That's the Vietnamese Robusta, and that's all there is to it. Takes, like I said, roughly 30 minutes to roast and cool a half a pound. And they've gone up in price a little bit for the beans, but they're still a lot less expensive, and oh boy, do they taste good. I am a novice when it comes to all of the different flavors and the cup notes and the mouth feels and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I just know what tastes good and what doesn't. I found that the African beans are a little bit more fruity, and they even have more of a fruit aroma. And the Central American and South American beans are, I prefer them. They have more of a lot of them have like almost a chocolate taste to them, some of them. But anyway, the beauty is you can get beans from all over, and they're all good. They're all good, but you'll get a preference. The Indonesian beans are also good. But anyway, try it. I'm going to also include the Whirley Pop video link so that if you don't want to go and get an expensive roaster, you don't have to. You can just try that on your own. And Coffee Bean Corral also has cheaper versions of roasters. So check it out.